it wasn't recording? No, I'm playing.
That was a good one. You actually got me for a minute. So I was like, after all that we did, that was a good one. That actually was good.
Yes.
You had me.
That's good. And we got him on camera too. Multiple angles. Let's go.
Because I jumped over like,
wait, what? Beg pardon.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Reginald Bullock, and we have Trey Wilder, and this is Just Living Life. Thank you for coming back and checking us out. Hopefully you have been watching the videos, learning from the videos, and watching us have fun making the videos. What's up, Trey?
What's up, Reggie? I got a question, bro.
What?
So, like, you just don't like, because you said good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You don't like nighttime? Like, you don't care about nighttime? I'm just asking just for clarity. That's all. You said, like, we like to have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Just, I was curious. You got a problem at nighttime?
No, but how many languages do you speak?
I made a couple. I made up a couple myself, though. So
yeah,
that's
so
why.
like, bonsoir, monsieur. What's that?
Hello, madam.
Sabah Noor.
I don't know him.
Right. So Sabah Noor is Arabic for good evening.
I didn't know that, actually.
And bonsoir is French for good evening. And buenas noches is Spanish for good evening.
Mm-hmm. Is that night or evening?
Buenas
Noches?
noches. Because it's noche and you think it's night.
Yeah, I was thinking night.
Now, the other piece that you said, what did I have a problem with? What was your term?
Nighttime.
It's not called nighttime. When you go to different countries, they say good day and they say good night. So at night, they say good night.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't say nighttime. They say, like, in the morning, you say good morning.
Yeah.
At night, they say good night.
Right.
So I don't have a problem with it, but who says that?
I say good night. Like, they got the acronym GN.
You just
good
said
night. Like,
yeah.
But
you said nighttime.
Well, I was asking because you didn't say nighttime. Like, you mentioned evening, morning, the day. You didn't say nothing about night. That's all. I just noticed that. I was curious. That was all.
So what does AM stand for?
Morning.
And what does PM stand for?
Evening.
Past morning, right? So, I mean, you can call it what you want, but good morning, afternoon, and evening. I am Reginald Bullock, and this is Trey Wilder doing what he does, and I'm doing what I do. Welcome to Just Living Life. Matter of fact, Stevie Wonder has a song that says, "Good morning or evening, friends.
I don't know.
Is your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody."
We do have some serious news, actually, to pass on. To
What do
folks,
we
I
have?
guess.
So, speaking of inspiration, we are closing out 2023 soon. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have New Year's resolutions. But I'm not even thinking about it like that. My question to you would be is, what are you inspired to do next year?
I'm actually inspired to have my business blossom a little bit more. I am inspired to create more skits. I'm inspired to have more content out there. I'm inspired to have a better structured show as opposed to this year. This year, I think I had a good step forward, but really it's more so just about moving forward and progressing. So that's really what I'm thinking about in 2024, which is why, to your point, I also believe in New Year's resolutions, because you should also be trying to progress continuously. So I agree with that. How about yourself?
So, two things. One, New Year's resolution is always funny because, teaching martial arts, a lot of times we're at a gym. And every January, the parking lot is full. If I get there at a later time, I got to park all the way over, walk. And by February, the parking lot is emptied out. By March, it's back to normal.
Right.
So all of the people that had your cars at the gym in January and your car is not still at the gym in February, March, and April, that's your New Year's resolution. Y'all one of them. So for me, in 2024, I had an awesome 2023. I mean, I wrote 2 books and got certifications. I did a lot. But in 2024, I want to make it about revenue. So I built a lot, right? I built a nice coaching practice. I am a keynote speaker. I am that guy to do workshops and things like that. So structurally, to your point, how you were talking about structure, the structure's there. You know, I'm certified with the government. All of this stuff is in place now. Where last year this time it wasn't like it is now. And now that the structure's in place, you know, the banking stuff, the admin stuff, payments and invoicing and all that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
Now it's about clients and revenue and making that money and not making, you know, just basic money, but going after the kind of money that you can be debt free.
That's nice. Yeah. That is smooth too.
Smile Services DC was started with the idea of making a difference. Dr. Albert Coombs III and Dr. Kevin Granger chose to practice healthcare for its ability to impact the overall mental and physical health of our community. Diabetes, high blood pressure, GI, and other systematic diseases are common within the African American community and are often worsened by poor oral health. We guarantee that when you walk through our door, we will treat you not as a patient, but as family. From the seats you sit in to the warmth of our staff, we provide an intimate environment that offers our community a place to come and feel welcome. We chose our location, staff, and work environment to serve our community. So it's important that we offer a much-needed practice that's reliable and highly qualified, with a clean and safe environment that everyone can have access to. This is why we accept the most health insurances and offer affordable rates for services not covered. At Smile Services DC, we strengthen our community by offering services that help not only with the overall physical health of our patients, but their confidence too. When you have your big job interview, wedding day, graduation, you want to feel happy and confident, and Smile Services DC can help with that. So come on down and have a healthy smile with your family.
Are you going to be focusing on that clientele aspect now, or are you going to focus at that January 1st?
I'm focusing on that clientele months ago.
Okay. And I asked that because I have a friend who...
I ain't starting in January. I already started.
So I have a friend who has a business that they're trying to bring up, right?
Yeah.
And they've been telling me about it for a little bit. I've consistently told this person, like, yo, you need to start on it. And to their credit, you know, they have tried to set a goal, a date that this is the deadline. This is the date that when I'm going to initially start everything. Cool. I'm not mad at that. But then I hear, I'm thinking about pushing it back. So I immediately told them, you're not going to do it. Like, you're not going to do it if you push it back. Like,
I've been an entrepreneur since I was 6 years old. And one of the things that I've always learned is just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Because
it's not going to be the way you thought it was going to be. It may take longer than you expected. You're probably going to make a lot of mistakes and screw some stuff up. Mm-hmm. So if you just start now, whatever that date is that you have in your head, well, maybe by that date you will have learned enough that you're doing better.
See,
you know,
it's tough though, because I will say, sometimes I will. All right, so I like to plan stuff out, right? It skimps on the execution piece sometimes. So it's like I don't know, Reggie. Like you do need to make sure you do your due diligence. And I think sometimes for example, if I throw a video out there, there's still some effort that I have to put into that video in terms of editing it. So if I haven't thought about it and I feel like it's a crappy video, I feel like that's a waste of time too. So that's why I'm also like, I get it. I do understand their point when they're saying, you know, they want to start at this date just because they want to make sure they do all this research and all this stuff. But also to your point, sometimes you do just have to go out there and just do it and accept failure, because that's how you learn too. You do improve.
I mean, the reality is, why are you doing any of this stuff in the first place? And most of it, if it's a business, is to make money. So the question is, at what point do you want to pay your bills? Next year? Year after? So when I hear people talk about business, I'm like, all right, when do you want to pay your bills?
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of times too, especially in this space, because I was actually talking with one of the neos, and like he's trying to focus on the business aspect of this videography world. And I'm like, it makes sense. It's hard to do because I really like the edit. I don't like the editing, but I like the editing. I don't like doing this, but I like doing this. You know what I'm saying? So, but you also got to focus on
paying for it.
Yeah.
How you gonna pay for it?
Yeah, and
Those green screens you got, right?
Mhm.
Did the business buy it or did you buy it?
business bought it.
All right, if you say so. and so the point is that for those people who delay or procrastinate or plan, it's like, okay, if you don't have no bills to pay whatsoever and you can just play business,
Yeah.
fine. But if you about to hustle, you want your money now.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my book, right? It's all about the hustle.
Right.
I want to get my money now.
Exactly.
I want to buy a house now. I want to buy a car now. I want to buy a suit now. I want to buy equipment now. Well, all right. You're not going to get any of that until you get revenue. You're not going to get any revenue until your business is up and running.
Yeah.
And your business is not going to get up and running if you're sitting here just planning.
Yeah.
So I get it. And that's fine if people have that mindset. But then 5 years later, what are they doing?
Yep.
Nothing.
Exactly. Like there's
Still talking.
yeah, like so there's this anime that I'm watching and like I binged it too. Cause I started like years ago, but I fell off anime in general. But I'm trying to get back up to it. But I binged it back up there, and I'm realizing a lot of the some of the concepts that they have in this show is some of the stuff I wanted to have in my own anime as well too. So it's like I don't think I missed a mark or anything like that. I don't think like my time if I want to have my own anime show, I don't think that window's closed. But I can't say, oh well, it's completely unique or whatever the case may be, because someone else has already done it too. But now when I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't like this aspect. Maybe I didn't like this or this, that, and the third. So now I can go back and make some changes. But I have to actually do it still. So, I mean, like, I can plan as long as I want to. But eventually that anime got to go out there. So, I mean...
Well, I mean, back to the inspiration piece.
Mm-hmm.
You can be inspired, but then to do what? So a lot of people feel good. They get emotionally satisfied from all kinds of inspirational things. But then there's another step to that, right? So what, now what? You're inspired? So what, now what? I'm inspired to do anime. I'm inspired to make a movie. I'm inspired to DJ. I'm inspired to write a book. And I'm like, that's awfully nice. I'm glad you're inspired. So what, now what?
Right. Like,
what's the now what?
Yeah. Like, someone actually just asked me, why do I like doing, again, stories? And I told them, again, I want to inspire somebody else. I want someone else out there. I wanted to help someone else. So my aim is my inspiration is to inspire someone else. So
But we talked about some of the other benefits to doing these types of things that will enhance your brand.
Yeah, that does too.
That will allow a lot of people to know about you who didn't before.
Fair.
And therein lies other opportunities because of the content for people to discover you who are able to afford to pay you to do X, Y, and Z because technically you're interviewing every time you put something out there and they're watching you every time. And they may watch you for a whole year and be like, you know what, let's go get this Trey guy.
Yeah.
You know, because they've been watching you and they've gotten comfortable with you. When's the last time you met Damon Wayans?
The last. Never.
Right. But you feel like you know him because you've seen him a lot.
Yeah, he cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And so that's what your content that you're putting out to the public is going to do to the public. They're going to get comfortable with you. They're going to get to know you.
And you want to make people comfortable around you.
Right.
Like in life in general.
And they're going to get inspired by you.
Hopefully.
I mean, and then the next thing you know, somebody's reaching out and calling you up and say, hey, you know, we want to have you on our show. We want to do this, and we'll pay you X amount of money for it. And none of that would have happened if you didn't do something.
Yeah.
And I was just having this conversation with a client yesterday and another one today. One thing leads to another.
Oh yeah.
One thing leads to another.
Everything builds on top of one another.
Yeah, if you think about your successes of where you are today, you can trace it back to something that was going on that led to that thing happening. But it was something before that and something before that and something before that because you executed. Yep. You did what you were supposed to do.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, there are just so many examples that you can give. You know, if you hadn't become a member of Cap Alpha Psi, you know, we wouldn't be here, right?
Facts.
And we wouldn't have went fishing. And just so many things wouldn't have happened.
Yep.
If you didn't do that. If you didn't make line, right? But then, how did you make line? Well, prior to that, there was stuff that you did that led you up to that point. But if you don't execute and all you're doing is planning, one thing is not going to lead to another because you haven't done the one thing.
Exactly. So, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, as he clearly articulated, things build on top of one another. We stated that before. I think in the foundational piece, actually, in that foundational episode.
Oh yeah, you had a lot of gifts. Is you call it gifts or gas?
Gifts.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them in there. But everything builds upon one another. So again, just it's good to create your foundation and plan it, but you eventually you do want to expand, but you can't really expand if you ain't really starting to.
I mean, you cannot live inside of or on top of or around a blueprint.
Yeah.
An architect can design so many different things and create so many blueprints, but you cannot sleep in it. You can't run the water, but it's a nice plan.
Exactly.
Can't live in it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's good to have plans. Trust me, I like to do my due diligence. But as Nike says, just do it. It's okay to fail. And please, I'm saying this as somebody who, it's easier said than done. So I get it. But Reggie, I don't know if that's if you have anything else you want to say about inspiration.
No, I think we good.
Okay, I was about to say. Well, I'm very thankful and inspired actually because when you got Thanksgiving actually tomorrow, so I'm about to be eating a bunch of plates.
I know it's Thanksgiving, but it's also Native American Month, Indigenous Peoples Month. So, if you think about the history of Thanksgiving and how it came to be, a lot of times folks talk about turkeys and Native American and corn. You have all of these representations of images of Thanksgiving.
Right.
But it's also Native American Indigenous People Month.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to present that.
No, you're actually right. Because I think on my I was wondering where this went. Actually, on my on my calendar it says Thanksgiving, but then it gives like Indigenous People Day like the next day or something like that. So you're absolutely positively right. See, that's why you got to have multiple people on the show. If I mess up or forget to add something, he got my back and vice versa. But so that's why I'm thankful for this brother right here. So Reggie, with that being said, I think we can close up shop. So everybody, hope you all are enjoying the episodes thus far. I hope you like this one particularly. Because this one was a redo. So I'm very thankful for you to have some time on your hands to help me get this one back. But please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. This is Reggie. We're the hosts of Just Living Life. Hope you all have a good one. Take care.